Bro asking if I'm not alive. The tournament starts at 6:05. I would never start too early and just sit here awkwardly for like 5 minutes. I'm not that entertaining. Um, but I have a lot I kind of want to unpack today. We're playing in a tournament with funny Arceus Regigigas deck. I'd like to go over and talk about the results from Gdansk and Brisbane. So we should be able to do that today. I'm kind of want to get into the debate over is block lax bad for the meta? Because I saw some people already saying that block lax should be banned, and I was just like, no, you literally can play one card in your deck that just auto wins the matchup. It's not like, in my opinion, a card should be banned if it's like there's zero counter, it is just too good. Like like something like block lax, I get it, that it's annoying to face, but like, bruh, Minior exists. You wish I was your dad? Oh, that's weird, but okay. Yeah, I agree, Tog. That is definitely deserving of a WTF. Alright, well, we should be starting here any minute. I like finally decided to put Lost Box down because I don't feel like Lost Box, at least how I was playing it, is like all that. I don't know. Like, I'm just scared because that's like all the lists in Brisbane are like all the Guardian lists in Brisbane are playing Jirachi. Like everyone's playing Jirachi. Facing Tina with Switchers the first round. Switchers and Counter Catcher and Boss. Sure, I'll be your dad too, Joss. Why not? This is a Tina. Like, you're playing heavy Ultra Ball and Tina, which like I don't hate. But like, you're not playing with Minion, so you lose so much value from. Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm so cringe. I didn't see it down there. Okay. Well, let's get it. I didn't really want to face Tina today. Real. It seems like probably this deck's worst matchup. But it's Tina, and I was also like hoping because it hasn't really done very well at any of these tournaments so far. I was like, okay, maybe Tina, like, people will stop playing Tina a little bit, but it does have a pretty solid matchup against like the top cut from Gdansk. Where is he? I'm right here. So yeah, I'm playing Arceus Regigigas. It's like been like sort of messed around with in previous formats. I just really like Regigigas right now. It's like a lot of HP, big damage, and Judge Path seems super strong into pretty much every deck right now. So got the Poppy Ninja combo in here. I know it's like super, it's so much weaker in open list, but I'm still just gonna give it a go tonight. I really don't. I'm still like very undecided with where I'm going for San Antonio. It's just like I want to play a deck that just doesn't tie. Like in a meta that's like so like playing Lost Box Guard, even Charizard, you have serious risk of tying, like, or just cutting it close to time every single round. And there's like definitely something to be said about just like getting your rounds done early, like win or lose. Like it is like such a grind just having to like, okay, time is called, like get up and like 10 minutes later I have to go back to my table. I don't know. I'm like I'm not sure I'm ready for that again. But it might, I don't know. I'm just like, anything other than Lost Box feels so bad to play. Luckily, I still got 3 weeks to, or not 3 weeks. It's just 20 days. Dang, I haven't got my friend. Oh no, I haven't got my friend request. Never mind. Luckily, I still like I guess less than 20 days because I'm leaving early, but I have like 2.5 weeks to figure it out. Oh no. Everyone playing Tina tonight? Dang. Yeah, Tina's tough. I'm really interested to see how many people are playing Block Lax this tournament. Like, I guess the list hasn't been published yet, which probably does play a factor. Somehow Tina's the most played deck this tournament? Bruh, hold up. Where did the Guardies go? Guardies? Dang, I will check it out after after the round here, but I didn't sign up for this. I was like, dang, everyone in chat here's up against Tina. And yeah, because there's a lot of them. That's funny, because like Tina didn't have a standout weekend. But it just, all the Tina players congregated tonight. I think it is like well positioned. Like I'm not like Tina's not bad. And it seems good into this current meta. Yeah, I know. It's not amazing. Yeah, I didn't sign up for this. Playing Arceus into a field of Tinas was like not something that I... But you're playing Tina, Derp. You're part of the problem here. It's alright. My opponent's playing like... They want to get the match request or slow on that. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. Like one thing was really annoying me when I was playing live just throughout the day today was I had like 3 matches that I lost just because like my game froze in like pretty solid positions where I'd be like, okay, I'm winning this game, and then just like froze. So I was getting kind of frustrated with that. I mean, I did like push my rating like 100 something points today, and not too many matches with this deck. Like it felt really good. I didn't have just too many games where I just got like absolutely smacked. Judge Path just finds it. What? They benched Fish. What is happening? I'm gonna just guess that based on the list here, my opponent is is relatively newer to the game, playing switchers, playing like I know a certain amount of gusts like there, playing only 3 VIP passes. That's what I'm gonna guess. Peak Pokemon TCG. It's not like I can donk you. I really have no clue. They thought it was their turn and we're gonna bench the Lumineon to go Luminous side. I know how broken that would be. That's okay. They benched the Fish because I already had Chorus. Yeah, this list is kind of crazy. Like, there's no Jet Energies in here. There goes a Counter Catcher. Oh, strat, don't question it. But Roaring Moon's kind of a fake deck, TJ. It really hasn't... Like, it got 10th at Gdansk, but it really hasn't had, like, a ton of great finishes to its name. So I don't really respect it a ton currently. Like, it still has a rough Charizard and a rough Gardevoir matchup. So I don't think it's all that strong. Like, I'm like, okay, if you're just playing to like win on ladder, yeah, you don't want to play an Arceus deck probably, but like I'm testing for regionals here where like, yeah, you may see a Roaring Moon like one of the first 4 rounds. But I think as long as you don't just lose a ton, like you're probably gonna dodge it the rest of the day. Like it's probably not gonna be at top tables. Oh, free dub. I guess that's how you beat Tina as Palkia, right? Bro, the path. Absolutely nasty. I am very curious to see that too, TJ. I like wonder if they have any. Okay, good. I was wondering if they had like any sort of heat in the list, or it's just like, because I think you have to be playing the Radiant Greninja Cologne build to have a chance this meta. I did think it was crazy that the Ice Rider Palkia guy got all the way to top 8 or top 4, and I was like looking at the list and like Palkia seems cool. We've talked about Palkia, but he literally did not face a single Gardevoir, which seems like a horrible matchup, and faced 7 Miraidons, like 4 Mews, a Roaring Moon, and like 2 Valiants, and then 2 IDs. It was ridiculous. I'm obsessed with Gigas because the card is good, and I feel like it's worth exploring. Snorlax Stall won the first regional, or won Gdansk, and Gardevoir won Brisbane. I don't really know either. Like, I think you got 5-1-1 against Miraidon, so it seems pretty solid. Yeah, because like unless you're using an Ice Rider on 2, like don't they just like Raichu it like if you do it in the late game? I guess it's just like kind of just like 2-2-2. And like maybe you can go like Iono plus Ice Rider and they whiff KO or something. But I feel like the Miraidon should be taking the first two prizes most of the time. So I don't know. Yeah, I wonder my opponent disconnected or like what the problem is here. Like you don't promote Lumineon. They're just like I've had enough. I'm just assuming that this person's pretty new to the game. There's a lot of surprising stuff to happen in Gdansk. Like a Snorlax stall just going all the way was pretty unprecedented. I think they've probably disconnected. I'm still gonna like play the game. Kind of. This is how you beat Tina. I'm doing fine. How about you? I've been playing like a ton of Pokemon lately. Like the time I'm normally using to make videos, I'm just like playing a ton of ladder. I'm just like so hyped for San Antonio. But I'm still like very uncertain on what I'm doing. Arc Reggie versus Tina is definitely 100-0. I'm like not thrilled that Tina is the most played deck in this tournament, but hey, it's the Magic are doing insane. They're second in the East. I'm so hype about that. They beat Boston and Denver. Oh man, it's never been a better time to be a Magic fan than right now. I think it's cool that Snorlax stall wins. Like decks that take for like Snorlax stall, you either win a matchup or you lose a matchup. There's like no in between. So like that's a viable strategy again. Like before, like there really hasn't been a deck like that in a bit. That's just like okay. I guess like Urshifu a couple formats ago. Also just like control slash stall in like as an archetype hasn't existed, which I think is hilarious. Like all the people who've like started playing in like the last year or so who have never seen a good control or stall deck are just like going crazy over Snorlax winning or doing well. And it's just kind of confusing to me because Snorlax is like not even the strongest incarnation of stall. And there have been so many more like much more powerful or devastating builds of just stall or control. Like I have a list pulled up that I'm gonna show after this game. But like you say that like block lax is bad when you never experience the hand locking capabilities of early sun and late sun and moon era. The Lugia Snorlax matchup. Okay. I don't mind benching Ninja. Oh wait, I get Starbirth now. Okay, I just go like boss KO Tina and I should just win. Boss's orders, and I guess I don't know what else could we possibly need. I don't know. I'll grab another Switch just for the memes. Oh yeah, I quite enjoy control slash stall decks. I think they're like not unhealthy for the game. Like it's cool to have more than just like one way to win. More like it'd be one thing if it was like there was a really good annoying stall deck and there was nothing you could do about it, but there is literally a card you can play in your deck that just destroy, like auto wins the matchup. Like if you really want to beat Snorlax, you're super afraid of it, then play Minior. It's as simple as that. So I don't get, like I get the hate somewhat because it's a really annoying deck to face, and it's really annoying to face when you don't know how to beat it. But not only like once you understand the deck, it's a lot easier to beat. But also like you really hate the deck. Like the second place Charizard list in Brisbane played a Minior. Simply get good mid Rhydon, Manzit, you're no help. Miraidon is a tough matchup for Tina. I think you like have to go first and just like jam path and hope that they don't set up. I don't know if my opponent like I like Block Lax. It's a deck that I would never play Minior in my deck. Like I think I have a fine Block Lax matchup with this deck because I play 4 Judge and Spiritomb. So they never can accumulate their hand against me. Like, okay, sure, you can go Mimikyu, but I have Radiant Greninja in my deck. I can eventually knock that out. I don't know if Tina's favorite into Miraidon. It's not an easy matchup, but it's certainly winnable for the Tina player. I literally, okay, hello XR, how are you doing? Salty steak in chat, absolute legend. What do you do with Lost? If you're playing like Dragon, like old Turbo Lost Bugs, you just put Dragonite in the active spot and spam Dragon Gale, and there's not a lot that they can do about it. Like, just don't bench unnecessary Pokemon. Pretty much just chill. We just win here. You just don't bench unnecessary Pokemon. Like, you don't have to go crazy with like the Comfies and switches to ramp the loss. So not silly. Literally just get one Dragonite and you pretty much win. Yeah, seems like a decent strategy, Dino. Hey, what's up, too? Alright, well, I'm okay with a nice and easy first round, because now we can talk about the results from this weekend. So I don't think Limitless has this stuff up yet because it's like so. I think like since like Robin is in Gdansk, like probably not gonna have this stuff for a little bit. But let's see here. I think PTCG Legends has some of the lists up already, but at least just has the results. Okay, hopefully this doesn't look horrible. Okay, it doesn't look horrible. It looks fine. So yeah, this is the top 16 from Brisbane. I guess I'm like cutting off the bottom a little bit. One of the biggest shockers was Tord making top 8 with this crazy deck. Thoughts on the people play Tomb? I don't know, because like Mew didn't have like Mew existed, and like if you extend this all the way out to the top 32, Mew did like there's like 9 in top 32 here, so like it did pretty well. I think you have to have a game plan into Mew, and like also if you look at the rest of top 8, top 16, Tomb is good into a lot of these decks. Like it's good into Snorlax, it's good against Charizard. This is PTCGlegends.com. Absolutely goated website. So I really don't know. Like Mew didn't win. It's not gonna get like all the like Snorlax won. That's what people are panicking over right now. So I don't know if people are gonna prioritize Minior. Like if I were going to Stuttgart, I would not be playing Snorlax. I mean, I wouldn't play Snorlax anyway, but I would be even less inclined. Like whenever a deck like this is like a known quantity and people are super afraid of it, and people tech for it, it becomes so much worse. It's best when people least expect it. So I would not be surprised if like a lot of the Charizards like start playing Mini, or like the Guardies play Turo Pad. It just, and like matches with like Mew are just naturally difficult for the deck. It wouldn't shock me if Snorlax has like kind of an off next couple tournaments. But it's pretty crazy. So I wanted to take a look at this crazy list that Tord brought to the tournament. I saw this and I was like, this has to be a joke, right? I don't really know how I feel about it. I like that he's like not being super greedy like a lot of people are with like their crazy lost box piles. Like the 3 gear 4 nest ball like should be relatively consistent. There's just 4 colors. There's no Clara, no rocks, no boss, and like having no boss really came back to bite him. And I think like now that this list is known, like if your opponent benches Jirachi Manaphy against you and like you just can't finish knockouts, like against a deck like Zard, you hit their active for like 200 something and they're just like, okay, I'll just retreat it to the bench, and you can never damage that thing. But like, and then it's not always great just to take 2-for-2 trade with Roaring Moon when you're playing a deck like LCB. They'll be naturally starting behind, especially because there's like no vacuum. So it's like not gonna be like getting turn 2 Gouge or Calamity Storm like isn't gonna be free. Like since there's no vacuum here, you're on to like a pretty quality turn 1. And maybe I don't know if he's like choosing to go second. Like maybe that's the move. Like get a couple Comfies, Chorus. It does look like a lot of fun. That's for sure. It's never a bad time playing Lost Box. Yeah, Urshifu has an absolutely horrible Snorlax matchup. Like, even if you do get rid of all their stuff that you can trap, they just put Mimikyu in play, and then you have to set up Octillery, and then they can be like, okay, you set up Octillery, I'll go back into Snorlax. Now what do you do? So this was pretty surprising to see make it all the way to top cut. He did get kind of bodied because like Aaron like recognized that there was like no way to Gust, I think, like at that game 3. So he just like had Azard soak a hit and brought it to the bench, and just like Tord couldn't really do a whole lot about that. Like even like Pidgeot's like not a bad attacker in that matchup because like they can hit you for like 200 something, but you just put it back into the bench and it's just like it's fine. I do quite like this list for I like Rotom, but it's as a card. It's super. It's like I just like drawing cards. Arawa did have the unfortunate luck of hitting Snorlax in top 4 and plays 0 switching cards. So basically just like he opened Mew game 1 and Manaphy game 2, so he just instantly scoops both games in top 4. But Pidgeozard, I think, kind of made a statement that it's the better Zard builds. If I had to cut one tech, well, I feel like the Palkia and the Kyogre kind of go hand in hand. Because like the one thing about Iron Hands is it's so intensive on your resources. Like you're gonna have to spend 2 gates there, and then it like sort of spreads you thin for the rest of the game. Like you can't really afford to like Lost Zone or prize a gate. But then like Palkia means you don't need a gate to attack with Kyogre. So I feel like those two like are kind of paired together. So I don't know. Like I guess probably the Iron Hands, but I think all of them are like pretty funny. Yeah, Juho did get 9th with Bubble at the exact same record. I think there was one person who made it in, like 5 people who bubbled. I know, that's absolutely crazy. Sick run that he's been on here. Should you play Urshi IRL? I don't hate Urshi as a player right now. You just like kind of have to be worried about block lax existing. Rahul has a pretty interesting list here. The 2 TM Divos feels like kind of a lot. And the double Clara, I'm like not a huge fan of either. I like Earthen Vessel, Turo, Dievo are like all nice cards that the deck adds. Yeah, I'm not really like Urshi like always feels super clunky to me when I play it, and I'm sure if I played it more and got more comfortable with it, I would probably enjoy it more. I still think it's pretty solid right now. Like Devo fixes one of your biggest issues. Like you still have a sketchy Mew matchup. Like you go second against Mew and you probably still lose. Like Spiritomb makes the matchup like basically a 50-50. Like I guess maybe like it's probably still better than that because like they might not have like a amazing first turn, and you can still body them with Tube. Yeah, I guess with double Clara, like there's always just a chance that they go like boss KO Tube and you just go like, okay, Clara, and get it right back. So maybe it's not as cope as I think it is. I'm like still on kind of alert for Mew. Like it got I don't know if other people will be, since it once again it stayed like relatively under the radar. It's just a matter of time, like 1, 2, 3 tournaments before Mew wins. Like it's had like consistently good finishes 2 out of the first three tournaments. Like it was crammed in top 32 here. It's like had to dodge the like well just to go deep into a tournament, like so much has to break in the right way. Like if like if Lucas here faces Tord, does he win to the tournament? Like faces Tord in top 8? Probably not. Like if I don't think Lucas hit a single Mew. Like yeah, if Lucas faces one more Mew, probably doesn't win the tournament. It's just like it takes so much luck. I'm not like of course it takes skill, but like just to get one of these deep runs, you got to win the matchup roulette, and that's certainly like facing Zard in top 8, top 4, in finals. That's a block lax player's dream. All right, now let's look over the stuff from the tournament tonight. 17 lost Tinas. Not what I came prepared for, but it's here. And Roaring Moon reclaiming like second most popular deck in format. Sure, a Guardy all the way down to just 5%. I wonder how many of these are toward Lost Box. I'm sure I mean 1/3 of them are playing the Palkia. You'll love to see it. Is Palkia Valiant a variant? I don't think it's an official one. You don't know what I said because of the ad? Oh dang. It looks like you're under the Iron Valiant category. But nice. Thank you for bodying a Tina for me. How does Regigigas have 2 players? Regigigas cool. Like, honestly, Noivern Path, they literally face each other. What? What are the odds of that? Okay. I think playing the Toadstool package is kind of hilarious because like Chin PAL is kind of a fake deck right now. Like I think I saw on PokeStats Live that Chin PAL had like a 1.3% conversion rate at Gdansk. It was like disgustingly low. So yeah, for being supposedly BDAF format ruining because of Iron Hands, I'm not so optimistic on C-PAL right now. When I see the percentages, you go in this Dex category, then like let's just say I want to click Chin PAL. And you hit this matchups part, and then bang, there's all your percentages right there. Some of them like aren't amazing if it's like low sample size, but it just gives you an idea. I don't think Chin PAL is trash. I think it sort of had an unrealistic expectation put on the deck. Like, people were calling it BDIF before the format came out. It's definitely not a top 5 deck right now. It like has quite like the Guardian match is really not as good as people expected because like getting turn 2 hands. I think Azul said it's like a 50% chance PAL gets turn 2 hands. And then like if you don't get hands turn 2, and even if you do, like Gardevoir can just go like Avery, and Avery is tough for you because you have to keep 1 backs. You have to keep both backs really. And then you can either keep Manaphy to deny Screamtail. You can keep Bibarel, because I got super important to refill your hands. But like it just puts you in a really tough spot, because then they go Screamtail, KO your other backs. Or KO your Bibarel, like whatever they really want. And then you have to get on another, you just have to reset your whole board, and then they go, okay, Iono, Screamtail again, and it's just pretty, like, one of Chin PAL's previously, like, reasonable, pretty good matchups is now not so good anymore, now that these Guardies are playing heavy Avery. Like, it's probably, yeah, it's, like, slightly favored for Guardy on the, percentage-wise. C-tier. I don't hate that. What else? I'm the lone Arceus player. Nice. Drago players are homies. Okay. What Charizard's showing up late? So how many people do we end up having? 119, so that's just short of yeah, just short of 8 rounds, so only 7 tonight, probably 6-1 or 5-1-1. Yeah, Chin PAL feels like BDIF when it sets up. Like if they got turn 2 hands every single game, it'd be a really good deck. But yeah, there's just like the roller coaster that is playing Chin PAL is. It's certainly an experience, not one that I'm super fond with after I played Chin PAL and I had like the worst League Challenge experience of my life, so I'm never touching the deck again. And it's being like a 2-prize glass cannon deck. If you fall a little bit behind, and like especially now because there's no Radiant Greninja play to like jump you back into the game while putting a single prizer in the active spot, you pretty much lose. Like it takes like 1 or 2 turns of bricking, and the game's kind of over. So yeah, I'm not a Chin PAL fan. I played it on the channel for a little bit. Took it to a league challenge. Didn't draw VIP pass in 3 rounds, and I'm never touching the deck again. Yeah, it's 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 not great. I think it's funny how like like Chin Pao and Lugia are like the two of the most hype Iron Hands decks, because like Miraidon, oh, it's like too inconvenient to spend 2 generators to power up an Iron Hands. And where are Lugia and Chin Pao right now? And where is Miraidon? And Miraidon didn't have like an amazing weekend, but like it's still up there amongst the best decks in format. And like Lugia and Chin Pao nowhere to be seen. So 58 out of 58. We got round 2 coming up shortly. No Dino, I don't think there is. Like, you can go on history and like see all the decks that you played, and I guess you could like compile that. But there's like no like sort of like personal stats, if that's what you mean. Which is a shame. Like that'd be pretty cool, but yeah. It's gonna be a massacre. And so far so good, but also I faced someone who didn't play all that amazingly. We're gonna no! Rapid Valiant. This seems horrible. I guess what we have going for us is their deck is an absolute pile. Yeah, like that's literally all we have going for us. But they play 11 draw support, which is on the heavy side for these Valiant decks. And the double squawk. I just want to go first and play Path to the Peak and just watch them brick. This seems horrible for us. Like everything in our deck is weak to fighting. Yeah, this is a classic Judge Path Prey matchup. But that's what that's what we do with this deck. Like, don't know what to do, Judge Path and Prey. Alright. Valiant Urshi. People still play this deck. I got top 32 in Gdansk. But dang. It was another. It's funny because like the Valiant builds that were super hyped up coming into Paradox were Urshi and Xatu, and like those builds don't exist anymore. Like people quickly found out like, yeah, these are not it. Like no one even had really thought of Entei Valiant. And now it's a pretty solid deck right now, right? Need to beat Tina, I can trust. Tina is a pile. Yeah, I'm kind of I don't really know what I'm doing for San Antonio, and that like really sort of upsets me. I don't know if it upsets me, but I don't feel great about it. Because like with how like relatively wide open this meta is, something weird could happen at Stuttgart, which is like a week before. I don't want to have to like totally pivot my whole deck a week before the tournament. Like if I'm leaving Friday night, I'd ideally like to know what I'm playing like a day or two in advance. Like there are some people who can like pick their deck the night before and have a deep run. I'm not one of those people. Whenever I do that, it goes horribly for me. So never again. Yeah, so yeah, I don't really know either. Like I've been a Lost Box main for months. That doesn't seem all that appealing right now. Yeah, I like to know what I'm playing. Yeah, a week before is super ideal. I don't really want to. Okay, that was not a good stop. Double Medicham. Sorry. Oh man, what a lie. Okay. Okay, I feel better about this now, Chad. I feel a lot better about this. They can't knock me out, right? There's like nothing that they can do to knock me out. Yeah, so I just like Trinity Charge 2 Gigas. I'm not brave enough to press Pokestop. Yeah, deck is a pile. We're fine. Do I have the round 2 plot armor? Have I like had enough crappy tournaments in a row that now I've gained round 2 plot armor? Doesn't usually happen. But yeah, usually we're cursed round 2. We're scooping it up or throwing. There's still time for me to throw. Research. Oof. That is one. That's like 5 switches just gone. I know. That's no. Pokestop is such a lie. Plot armor for sure. I probably should have gone one water to the actives, like go jet knockout. I'm probably just gusting an Urshi, like, what? I love the Pokemon trading card game. Okay, I just go Judge Path and knock out Billy. And wow, that's depressing. I guess that's kind of what you sign up for when you play Urshi Valiant. Like, you're gonna get games like this. I mean, you're right. I probably should have researched. Whatever. I'm good at this game. It's fine. Yeah, I should have 100% researched. That was bad. It's okay. I think we're okay. All out throwing. Yeah, I should have grabbed a research path, probably. It's not my hand's not looking amazing. I guess we're starting up 4 prizes at least. We can go, actually we can't retreat Melony. Content time, uh-oh. Alright, they just straight up Iono me. Yeah, I should have played research. That was bad. That was not very good. I can just gust an Urshi, like whatever they attach to, so unless they got like double Urshi somehow. They have a chorus, so we know that they have stuff in their hands. Yeah, I helped them out. It's okay. Are they gonna pop the Forest Seal Stone? Oh, they are. Okay, I was gonna laugh so hard if they just like sat there and like, okay, your move. I think Arc is good again. I think there is, like, for the first time in a long time, Arc like has a path to being good. I'm not saying that it is good, because I'm like, it still has decks that it just struggles against. But I think it can exist, which is like a step in the right direction. Oh, and I got rid of the other. I'm so bad. I like loaded the other Gigas, and I don't even. Just ignore me. I'm trying to throw. I'm doing my absolute best throw. I'm not too set up to lose. My opponent goes Gale Thrust, KO Gigas, and what do I say to that? Yeah, I don't know why I thought I had the other Gigas. My opponent would need like a really strong 7 cards to get there. They would need like Urshi. Uh-oh. Bruh. It all goes back to the judge. It all... No. No. Okay, good. Good. I was gonna like absolutely cry if I threw like that. I win with the jet energy. What? What do you want me to hang on the door? We didn't find jet. We don't just instantly win. Tragic. No, I'm not just... You can donate. I don't care. I'm not putting dumb stuff on the door unless you donated like way a ton of money. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why didn't they just retreat? Yeah, I'm so good at this game. I'm gonna like find a way to throw this, aren't I? Hammer it. No. Okay, Judge. Judge is good. But on 3 switches, 3 ropes, like, yeah. We should be fine. We should be fine. Okay. Oh, I made this a lot harder than it had to be. I should not have judged there. I should not have loaded up Gigas. I suppose my opponent could still knock me out. They would have to find their last switch and one of their last Rapid Strike energies. It could happen. No, well, they wouldn't need Rapid Strike energy. They just need switch. They literally just need to find one of their last switch. There is a town store. That doesn't really do anything for them. Escape rope. I'm fine with that. Should have held the water energy. No, I'm just kidding. We couldn't have held the water energy. Like, sure, you can go ahead and rapid flow me. You can. Okay, Tachyon bits. I don't play Rod in this deck. They should 100% have been another Arceus. Town store. Yeah, he whiffed, it looks like. He can't go back and Gale Thrust, but I also can't do much either. He could Rapid Flow. That wouldn't be very smart, but he could. I don't know if he fumbled. He's just playing a pile, so what do you expect? Goes back into the Radzard and just passes. Okay, that is concealed cards. Hold up. I kind of want to bench Bidoof. Is that ever like really bad to do that? I don't know if it is, honestly. Like, okay, how many switches have they spent? Like, all of them. Like, they're never killing Bidoof. Like, both Metachamps are gone. Sure, we can whack him. Oh, you're playing it. I saw you went like 4-2-1 with lags. Absolutely dominating with lags lately. So how do you feel about lags now that it won? Does that make you want to jump ship, or are you just committed to the block lags grind? Up top 10 seems good. It's round 2. I gotta have a throw just to make it interesting. That's just how it. Yeah, I am. If I were someone who liked to play lax, which I'm most certainly not, I would be very concerned about the recent developments. It's not something I would be like thrilled about that being my main deck. Right, any deck could. Yeah, that's definitely fair. I'm just not built to play block lags. Like, not something I'm ever really like considered, nor do I think I ever will like think about. But like it exists. You have to respect it. Yeah, like, yeah, doing well does not help, that's for sure. But hey, I did well with Lycanroc, and I don't know if anyone played that deck after I won with it, so does it really matter? I don't know. Yeah, you can literally play, any deck can play Minior, and it's over. Like, yeah, Lux can't do anything. Should have benched the other Bidoof. Sad. Sure, we actually can't. I don't care. I'm gonna hit boss and energy, and I'm gonna win. Close. I don't want to bench another Hershey or another part. They have like one switch card left, right? And it's no, they're out of switches. They cannot move this Radzard. I just don't kill this thing. You tied versus all the cloth decks. I guess he could go Luminous Energy Knockout. But I don't care. He can't move. I just don't KO Radzard, and I just have to find boss to win. So I have 2 turns to find boss, right? Because there's no jet or anything in here. Okay. So I just bench everybody. Like, I lose to Rapid Flow regardless, so. There we go. That was a lot harder than it had to be. If I wasn't a noob, that would have not really been a game. But it's okay. We still got there. If I were not bad at Pokemon, we would have been fine. Yeah, Tina seems super tough for your deck. Yeah. I shouldn't have judged. I shouldn't have gone for the other Gigas. I should have gone for another Arc. Like, if that's Arc instead of Gigas, we win faster. We're fine that my opponent just bricked out so bad early. Alright, so we're 2-0. We round 2 tried to beat us, but it didn't quite get there. So there we are. 2-0 somehow against 2 awful matchups. Well, this was just a silly Tina list, so it's fine. For everyone who complains about how annoying Blocklex is and how it should be banned, never played in this era. When there was literally a deck that beat you because they would reset stand to put your hand down to like 2 cards. They played Jesse and James to discard those 2 cards, and then they used Chip Ice Axe to guarantee you never top decked a good card. And they decked you out with Blow Up Bryson, man. It was disgusting. Like, the only way you beat this deck is if you, like, ran it over in a couple of turns. Like, you could, like, snipe the Pidgeotos and, like, prevent them from, like, drawing cards. Like, you see people complain. Like, I see the people complaining about Blocklex, and it's just like, yeah, that's, like, it's such a relatively low skill control deck compared to, like, what we've seen in the past. And, like, you're talking about it being toxic and awful, and it's just, like, you can't really, like, I can tell you've not been playing for more than, like, a year or something. Oh, yeah, this deck was insane. I was never brave enough to bring it to a tournament. But I certainly played it a ton on ladder. It was always weird playing control decks in, like, juniors and seniors, because, like, yeah, they didn't know how to play against control. They also played, like, super slow, so it's just, like, tying. And you can't really afford to tie too many times at a regional and juniors. Lost Fox needs mini run classes? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, 4 waters seems like a lot in this list. This is a top 8 list that Jesper Eriksson, I think, played at the Bochum Regionals. 4 waters was a lot. Like, you just needed it for Cold Crush. You wanted, like, recycle on the Oranguru. I don't remember, like, how many, like, if we just look at this, like, as an archetype. Like, it first popped up, like, at Worlds, Jesse James wasn't even out yet. And that, look at how, like, y'all complain about Blocklex, like, this is just flooding top cut and stuff. Or Shedinja control, that was some heat. I think this would be one, yeah, I guess 3 waters, so I guess it's, like, a little on the high side, but only 1 recycler. Dope deck, like, absolutely insane. Because you could use, like, Lieutenant Surge and play 2 supporters, so you would go Mars and Jesse James. You're there and, like, tie your hand as soon as they taken 3 prizes. Broken deck. Snorlax is boring. It is kind of boring to face. It's absolutely exhilarating to play Snorlax doll. Man, you can build this deck for $38? Sounds good to me. Like, what? Is Jirachi the most expensive card in here? Yeah, Jirachis are $10. Jirachis are even more, though, because, like, every deck played Jirachi back then. I don't remember how much, like, one Jirachi was, but, like, Pikarom played it, Zapdos played it, Mewtwo played it. Really, everything, like, aside from, like, Buzzwole and Zoroark decks. Let's just see if this... I guess Buzzwole didn't exist. I remember. Yeah, because Malamar played it. I mean, Guardian didn't. This is like ADP. This is ADP before its prime. ADP, like, oh yeah, ban ADP. Yeah, they were expensive. I remember that. I'm pretty sure I paid a lot too. Cause then, like, the battle deck came out, like, with, like, the non-holo Jirachis, and it was, like, so much more affordable. But, like, the previous ones are super expensive. This is the ADP card that Mr. Omnipoke gave a 2 out of 5 star. I don't think Snorlax is BDIF. Because they're next to just straight up scoops too, and anyone, like, this is not just some sort of, like, Mew Spiritomb cope. If I play Minior, there's, like, nothing the Snorlax player can do, as long as I play enough basic energies. So I don't think Snorlax ever can be BDIF. Like, now that it's on the radar, people are, like, afraid of it. Like, you can just play Minior, it's fine. Like, if you're really that afraid of it, that you think that it should be banned, then just play Minior, it's okay. So what did well after the first round? Some wonderful guy playing Arceus? Nice, good for him. Who are she, Valiants? Bro, what are you talking about? Okay, good, you're up against Mew. And just one Drapion, yeah, you're not cooking. Iron Valiant having itself a tournament? What is this one cooking here? Wait, what? Valiant Goodra? Hold up, is this the play? No way. No way. You're okay, I guess you're like Melony. It's like, hold up, how are you putting up Metacham? But you're like, Melony, it's a Metacham? This seems clunky. Interesting. Like, sure, any deck that can one-shot Goodra, you just scoop to. Goodra's a good card. I don't know about this. Better than the Iron Valiant Cloth deck that like got that top 16 to late night last week. I don't know about this. I'm getting out of here. Speaking of Cloth, how's it doing tonight? One Cloth, 0-1, sounds about right. There was a Cloth that day 2'd Australia Brisbane regionals. Oh yeah, so speaking of, we looked at Good Dance. I'm gonna refresh the page, see if they add any more lists. Tragic. Okay, let's look at Brisbane regionals. They got a lot more lists here. So we have Harry here winning with Gardevoir. Busted Gardevoir with I thought he's playing triple reversal. I thought I remember seeing that online. I guess not. I thought it was 3 reversal, 9 psychic. Am I cringe? But it's cool to see someone who played a ton of online tournaments do so well. It's just a pretty basic Guardy list. Like, there's not a ton special here. It's VIP Guardy, which I like. But yeah, it's just pretty basic Guardy. You don't know what to play? Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. And then this list that got seconds. KG's hard playing the Minior, which was actually kind of a nice call when there was 2 block lacks in cut. I like the Rotom just to ensure yourself like a pretty strong turn 2. Yeah, Valiant, like especially your Palkia Valiant deck. Yeah, there's like no way that it's beating Tina very consistently. I think Entei Valiant would be a lot more reasonable, but even then it's probably like not amazing. I can't really tell you, Derp. Like I don't really know what I'm playing, and like I guess it, like sort of like depends on your like if you're just like I just pick a deck that you're comfortable with, like whatever your play style is. Like also what is your goal for the events? Because if you're just like going to get like points, like get like a top 32 or something, then you probably want to play something like safer, more consistent. But if you're trying to win the whole thing, get that cash, then go more on the risky side, I guess. And I think like yes, Tina's not a bad call. It's not for me, but I think the deck is solid. So we have 7 matches left. All of them are going to be Guardian. Oh, no, they're not all Guardian Mirrors. Rip. This is the person who plays this, like, Countervox deck. They played a lot online. Or at least in these tournaments. Every match that's left is an 0-1. That's kind of hilarious. You won one, lost one to Tina. I feel like that's not a bad outcome. I think against Tina, you're probably most of the time going 0-2. Blocklock's off to a hot 5-2 start. Um, I faced Bird Boy on ladder yesterday. I'll lose in the block lock. How do you lose the block lock's mirror in 30 minutes? Especially with one without Mimikyu. I mean, Luxray is cool. Or not Mimikyu, without Crabominable. Like, bro just spams crab. What happened? I guess, oh, with the DTE you can go aggro Pidgeot. That's interesting. the depth of this Snorlax mirror. We started playing DTE. There's like no Tatsugiri though. I got the DTE, but no Tatsugiri. Disappointing. And hopefully, since we are past round 2, there's no more throwing. Or at least if I do throw, it's like hopefully it's just like a it's recoverable. So what else is doing well? Guardy doing pretty solid. Palkia, Gardevoir. With the Kyogre. I mean, Drocky makes it like better, but like Lost Box kind of doesn't exist, so yeah. Roaring Moon and Zara are doing absolutely miserably, as well as Pal. Tragic, but other picked up a couple dubs the first round. That's just Roaring Moon that got put in the wrong bucket. What about this other one here? I was gonna say, if this is 2-0, hold up. Nah, it's just like the Swim Freely deck. It's pretty cringe, but it's funny. Playing Los Angeles regionals, nice. So with 2 regionals in seniors, I feel like that's pretty. Like if you could max out on locals, 2 regionals, pretty reasonable that you can get your invite out of that. It's like crazy how in seniors or juniors you just like max out in cups and challenges, and then you just top 32 a regional. It's like isn't that hard. Had a great holiday weekend. I did. Spent very little time with the family. Just played Pokemon, so it was fine. Your parents let you off. A great obstacle of the parents letting you. I'm doing great, Rubik. How about you? I'm playing Regigigas tonight, and I've had 2 interesting games. I think that's the best word to use. Just won a League Cup today. Big congrats. Getting that cup dub is always sick. What's funny is like the Meowscarada mat is like still going for like $60. So like you can like sell the mat if you want to and like recoup all of the like you can like profit. Unless you had to go a ways for the cup. So yeah. And like you probably once like you can win like with the prize packs and mat, like it's if you do well enough, it's like not a bad financial proposition to go to like cups. It always makes me cringe when I see people like complain about challenges and cups just being bad. It's just like, what? Like, I can understand it being like a chore if like you're in the stipend race or whatever, but I just have fun. Like, it's not life or death to me if I don't do good at a cup or a challenge. Of course, I want to win. It just seems very silly when people are just like, oh, I don't think locals should count for the stipend race. It's just like, bro, calm down. What's the strat? It's just a thick Arceus deck that spams Judge Path, and we have Poppy Ninja for some fun stuff. It's really quite basic. Seems quite underwhelming on paper, but it's pretty consistent. And Judge Path is always good. And Tomb is a good card. I was doing pretty well on ladder with it. Like, it's not like an overpoweringly like amazing deck, but it just does what it wants to do a lot. Yeah, like I don't understand like what people like get super like mad about. It's and maybe like if you had like challenges every week, they're like right by your house, it'd be like, oh man, I just hate having to go to these. But it's just like if they're really that big of a chore, you don't have to go. And like they're always a kind of a treat for me to go to, because like I don't have them nearby. So like anytime I get to go up and um I travel for a few hours for local level events, it's always a good time. So I've never gotten that, but also I'm pretty lucky to have such a chill community nearby. Hurts when it happens. Hello, philosophy. Nah. I only have 2 challenge finishes. I have 2 like 3-in-1 finishes, top 4, and then I have another 3 that we don't really like to talk about. But I'm not too stressed. Like I gotta place at the regionals here. If I want any sort of chance of going to Hawaii, I gotta do all regionals. Yeah, I just think that it's yeah, like just being thick, using Cheren, using Judge Path, it seems pretty reasonable right now. Much variety my name has. Haha. So you're saying if I want to beat you, I gotta bring out the regional champion map? I can do that. Another Tina, bro, what? So like I've always thought this to be like kind of weird, but like people do it. I think like selling or buying someone else's champion mat is really cringe. And I'm assuming that it's like collectors buying it because it has like a Pokemon that they like on it. But I just, oh, am I already friends with this person? Or is this someone just trolling? I was like, I don't know, I know there's people who like buy like the world's trophy cards, but like, that's just such a more collector item. But like spending like $60 on like a League Cup champion mat seems incredibly cringe. And also like buying someone else's like regional champion mat. I just don't understand it. Like, do you just like display that? Do you like if you're paying hundreds of bucks for a mat, you probably don't use it, do you? And then using someone else's mat, like you didn't win it yourself. I have like so many mats I've accumulated over the years. I've just thought about selling them. Like even some of my like top 8 Champion League Cup like regional, I don't really care about them. Like I have my one mat that I use and the rest just kind of eat up space. So I've certainly thought about selling them. I just like, I think from like a buyer's perspective it seems so odd. Like if it's just like a regional competitor mount like a Charizard on it, like okay, that's pretty cool. Like if you just like want that for like your Pokemon card area, like okay, sure, I don't hate that. But like paying a premium for a champion map that you didn't even win, like that just seems so weird. Man, I don't know. Let's bench 19 just for fun. I feel like I want to go double Gigas in this matchup, but it might just not be a possibility. They open up with the VIP pass. Chat froze. Let's go. So I'm just gonna evolve into Arc and probably play Iono. I could like flip over my VSTAR marker, go for a Judge. We'll see how this turn goes. What my opponent does, because I mean I don't think going for a Judge is all that bad, especially if they go for an Abyss Seeking. It was a Psychic Energy. We like to see that. Okay, please chat. Will you just like not freeze? It's very rude. This Tina list is a lot less of a pile than the first one that we faced. Okay, well, I might have to fix this in between rounds. Rope. Yeah, probably body for dropping the second arc. That was probably not an amazing play, but okay. I'm just all out throwing today. Yeah, really probably shouldn't have done that. Wow, lost sending a rod. I'm cool with that. And they've gotten rid of a psychic, but they concealed, lost zoned one. Another battle pass. Okay. There we go. And they still have Colress. What the heck? That's interesting. Like, do they just have the Colress pocketed the entire time? Basically the good version of Oinkologne? Kind of. Probably. Oh, throw. You have absolute classic. Hey, I'm fine with them attach retreating. It's gonna get kind of tight for them energy-wise here, so... Yeah, I'm not like a big fan of playing Arceus decks either. Here I am, I chose to play one today. But I'm not like a massive fan of it. So I grabbed Jet. Well, no, I think I played the Judge first. And we see where that leads us. Yeah, definitely play the Judge first. Hey, see, we got the Jet. I don't think I need to go for Path. I think I want to get the We prized both Regigigas Vs. That is horrible. That is awful. No. This is not good. What do we do? So I guess we get another RC. We'll get Nest Ball over an Arceus V. We have the Jet Energy. We get a Judge for next turn. Try to play. I don't want to get Ninja and Poppy. I mean, I could have. No, I guess I would rather just, if I wouldn't know. That was my first deck search though, so I didn't know that both Gigas were prized. Well, I could have just not grabbed Nest Ball. That's okay. The deck is most certainly trolling. Okay. Well, it is okay, I guess. Judge is a good card. They have 5 in the loss. We didn't hit the Gigas off the first prize. That is unfortunate. I'm hoping that that Judge is going to slow them down a little bit. Are they playing Triple Rod? They just try to hit Colress, so I guess not. Judge is a lie. They just played the 2 Super Rods per usual. This is like the list that got top 4 at LAIC with the 1 for a Seal Stone. So this gets them to 7. They're probably not getting to 10. Okay, well, and they're not playing the Vacuum though, so I feel like 4 to Seal gets sort of worse if you're not playing the Vacuum. Another energy? Bet. But they've reached 7, but they don't have Gate in hand, clearly. This is where V-Guard energy is a clutch. There goes their one on boss. So they just have 2 Psychics left. just and also 2 Grass energies. So there's a concealed cards. Oh, I like the Jet energy. That feels bad. Didn't want to jet back into the Comfy? Not into that. If they like whiff Gate this turn, have to like take the turn off, I'll just Judge again. Yeah, I was sort of surprised to see Palkia Ice Rider do that well. But they hit kind of a goofy run. They faced like 7 Miraidons, 4 Mews, like 3 Entei Valiants. It was pretty goofy. Like if you run the tournament back, they probably don't do that well. Oh! Are they going for the Forest Seal? If so, this could be an interesting game for them to finish. Which is 1 Rod and already a couple energies in the Lost Zone. I feel like they are better off. No, they're just going for it. Bro, if I have Gigas, this is so good. Because then they can't Requiem me. Oh, deck is trolling. Alright, I'm assuming that they're getting to a knockout if they're popping the Forest Seal this turn. But they can't. They have to double Gate. They can't like retreat Requiem. There's a Super Rods. They're just straight up out of energy. Well, not out of energy, but this is all that they have. What? That seems awful. Okay. This is manageable. Chat, hold up. Okay, I just played Judge. I think we want to get another Arc VSTAR down. I don't hate just evolving up this guy, making it more difficult for them to like Lost Mine for a KO next turn. Like I want to make this game as long and difficult as possible for them. Hey, what's up, PJ? How's it going? Yeah, Palkia is certainly pretty spicy. What does Gigas do for this deck? It's just thick. And that's 230 damage is a lot better than 200 or 210 like Arceus can do. I'm gonna bench the Doof. Like, it doesn't help my opponent's prize map to knock it out. And it helps it makes my life easier, so I don't know. We'll just drop it. What's the worst thing that could happen? Ice Rider's pretty solid against Miraidon. Like, Miraidon doesn't have a great answer to it. Still can't draw Gigas off the prize card. Okay. I can't believe they use the Forest Seal Stone. Yeah, what Regigigas ends up in the prize. That's what he does. He just is just 2 of our prize cards. We judge him into a chorus again. This is getting frustrating. Just lost sense of energies for me, okay? They're gonna have to, like... They need quite a few cards. They didn't instantly slam down Gate either, so we can probably... get another energy? Sure. Yeah, Regigigas, it's in the deck here to be 2 of our 6 prize cards. That's what it's here for. Alright. So we're gonna have to see a Lost Impacts coming down. Oh, please try to Requiem. I'm sure someone's probably done this now that this deck sort of exists now, but like IRL announcing Star Requiem when they use the Forest Seal Stone effect. Cram in the Lost Zone? Sure. Sableye hitting the board. Ooh, I kinda want to boss the Sableye. Just since that's like their most energy efficient attacker left. Like I just want to make them have to have like all the energies, all the gates to finish this game. Yeah, I think that's what we do. They have like 1 psychic left. Okay, no, never mind. Okay, I'm just gonna draw, bench, boss Sableye. I think if I can like Iono them to 2, like what do they like? What's next for them after that? Hey, Gigas. Glad you could make it, buddy. Alright. Chat, I'm going with prize card number 1. That's gonna be Gigas. No, not 2. 1. Trust. There we go! We made it! So they just try to promote the Tina. That's the energy. They need a gate. They literally need to have all their gates. Are they thinking Requiem? It's not gonna... Okay. Okay. Are they gonna try to Requiem this arc? I think they forgot. I'm pretty sure they forgot. Bodied by their own Forest Seal Stone. What do I think about Block Snorlax? I think it's a good deck. It's cool to see a deck like that win. I'm a fan of controlling strategies. Yeah, the Forest Seal Stone's a trap. I'm not a fan of people panicking over it when it's very easy to counter the deck if you really want to. Like, okay, they bench Manaphy, sure. Forest Seal Stone's like cool with the vacuums, like ramp the Lost Zone in the matchups where Lost Mine is good. But now that like every Guardy plays Jirachi, I don't really get this. And maybe Maybe it's already cuts Jirachi going forward, like hit Turo pad, so they body lax. It's gonna be an interesting cat and mouse game, this format of just like tech cards. Because there's like a lot of cards that are like worth the spot, but there's like not a ton of space for them all. Yeah, Aaron was just like pretty tilted. Like you could tell on like that little interview beforehand, and bro was just like, he knew what was happening, knew what was about to happen. Like had the most depressed look. And yeah, it was not much of a fun. I'd never seen like the instant scoop in a finals ever. I would have held out because there's a chance that like you open Charmander, that can't get trapped. There's a chance Snorlax bro there just draw passes. Okay, they switch back, they're not just cooked. Yeah. But if you don't mill the Pal Pad, you're kind of it's kind of tough. They blasted another energy, sure. How many energies do they even have left? There's 6, 8. Bro is throwing. I think bro's just tilted and is throwing now. On purpose. 7, 9, 12. There's only 2 energies left. They literally physically cannot win this game now. They do not have enough attacks. They're bench locked, so I do not let them get Sableye. And I win. Like, right? 14 energies. 9, 12. So they have 2 energies left. He called a judge on me? Oh, he called a judge because he thought it was a glitch that he couldn't Requiem. That is hilarious. I just pass. I don't let him go counter catch your Sableye ever. Or is he just out of psychic energies? There's 4 psychics. Oh, and 3 on the Lost Zone. Yeah, we're just fine. It doesn't. It just doesn't matter. We're fine. Yeet. Call the judge for getting bodied by Forest Sealstone. That is hilarious. Alright, sure. Sure. I sure just KO my arc. The best part is they called the judge over it. That's the best part. Why is chat frozen twice in one particular round? Alright, cool. Bro's apologizing for the misplay. Nah, you're good. Alright, well, 3-0. Beat 2 Tinas. Tina confirmed 100-0 for Gigas. Oh, I can show him chat. I don't care. Or show you. Because game isn't letting me attack. Called the judge when already used Forest Seal, so couldn't use Requiem. Tragic. But hey, we're 3-0 with a dumb deck. Beat 3 bad matchups. So that's cool. Please unfreeze chat. Like, please work. Shouldn't be that hard. Okay. Arceus absolutely carrying. You'll love to see it. And Palkia. Palkia Ice Rider. This is the list from Gdansk. Funny deck. 3-0. I'd be fine facing that, I think. Both builds of me were doing well, Gardevoir's doing well, and like that all that I think is pretty good for me. I don't know if Gardevoir is all that amazing. Especially in open lists, since they can see the Poppy Ninja thing. Wait, Pikachu? Oh, okay. For a second I thought bro was cooking, but yeah, it definitely is not cooking. Let's see if I can get my chat fixed here in between. 11 matches left. We got all the bad matchups out of the way. It'd be wild to see Regigigas take down an online tournament. But this is the best I mean, lately I've been sort of struggling in these. Like, since last late night when I had that great run, it's been kind of a struggle. Lost Box isn't hitting like it used to. Lycanroc is not here to carry anymore. Okay. Yay, I got my chat back. Let's go. Hopefully nothing bad happened. Cool. Nothing bad happened. Oh. It was No, Lycanroc was never good. The thing is, Lycanroc was literally never good. That's the hilarious part about this run, is the card was horrible. The only time I used it, it was bad. It was a trap. Umbreon VMAX is better in every way, and I might keep cooking on the Umbreon list, to be honest, and try like Umbreon Lost City stuff like that, but like better for Guardian Jirachi. I might give that a go. I like 3 rods, but there's like not a whole lot of space. I think 2. I think if you're not playing water energies, like 2 is pretty okay because you got the thicker line of basic energies. Yeah, I got the dub somehow. That was because they got rid of all their energies and couldn't Requiem like they thought they could. But that was honestly like one of the most improbable dumb runs I've had. I can send you the list the Umbreon list, PJ. It's literally the Lycanroc list, but you take out the Lycanroc Hawlucha stuff. You put in Umbreon VMAX, and you put in a Collapse Stadium instead of Hawlucha. Put a Dark Energy in instead of a Psychic. So then turn 2 against Gardevoir, you go Umbreon VMAX, bring up their Manaphy, Lost City, send it to the Lost Zone. And then on your next turn, like, you don't care about Jirachi at that point. Like, then you go bench Radiant Greninja, Shuriken, KO Jirachi, KO Kirlia. And it's a lot more manageable. Then you're also better into Mew. Theoretically, you still have a pretty good attacker against Guardy. I just, like, don't... Like, Lost City, so situational. I feel like just playing a stadium like Artisan Beach Court feels so much better in LCB. I like I've had a lot of success, just like the core of Lost Bucks, Sableye, Cramorant, Crab, Terrakion, Greninja, like those guys are good. And then we got like this big finish with the Gigas build, which is I think pretty good right now. Just there's no great response to Jirachi. Avery's 100% cope. I don't know if Mew is so good, because like if you go second and they can go Gust, KO Umbreon V on turn 2, and that's pretty bad. I've since cut Avery for 3rd switch. I like how Gigas sort of patches some of the issues for this deck, but it's still not overcoming Jirachi and Gardevoir. Charizard with Jirachi is a lot more manageable, but it's still like not amazing. So that's like why I'm like sort of off Lost Box for San Antonio. Because like ties scare me. Jirachi, I'm very afraid of Jirachi. Also, that deck doesn't have like a very amazing Block Lax matchup, which is like now relevant apparently. So yeah. I still got a lot I have to work on. Usually I like to have at this point an idea of what I'm doing. And truthfully, I don't. There's like nothing that feels super insane for me, and I guess it's because I'm so comfortable with Lost Zone Box. I feel like it's the deck that I play the best, and it's just not as good as it used to be. We do live in some pretty weird times, that's for sure. So yeah, you can be like, oh, Blitzel, just play Tina. That's like Lost Box, but better. But I don't like playing Tina. It's a pile of bricks. Well, to a point though, you were right. I have tried mini LCV with glasses, but like I'm not worried about hands. Hands is not like hands is like probably the third biggest issue behind Jirachi and Valiant. I'd say Jirachi is the biggest issue by far, and then Valiant exists, and hands exist. Like, you have to respect them. Like, playing well is not gonna, like, that could get me through day one. Like, I can win games by being the better player. But like, into day two, when I'm gonna be like probably at best equivalent skill to the players, and like if I'm equivalent skill to the Guardy player who's playing Jirachi, and we both draw like the same, like neither one of us high rolls, neither one of us low rolls, I'm probably losing that matchup every time, or just a large majority of the time. Like, the best outcome is probably a tie in the set. Like, I'm never 2-0ing them unless it's donks. I don't want to play switchers though. Like, that's the thing. You have to play bad cards in your Lost Box deck, and then in those matchups like Valiant and hands, there's so little margin for error. Like, just like one turn of missing just bodies you so hard. You can't overcommit to fix Jirachi, or you end up so much worse into everything else. Like, I was sort of hoping that it ended up like shaping up, but like muted super well, so like Lost Box wasn't a priority, and people like put Tomb, Drapion in their decks to like just prepare for Mew. And I guess like Tina and Lost Box haven't had like an amazing finish, but like these Guardies are still playing Jirachi. I don't know if that changes, and I don't want it to be like dependent on the results from Stuttgart to like affect my thinking. I'd like to be pretty settled by that point. Like, just be like, have the archetype down of what I want to play, just be able to adjust one or two cards. And like, Jirachi isn't just for Lost Box. Like, it exists. It's good into Valiant. Like, maybe after Lost Box and Valiant had sort of a lackluster weekend, maybe Jirachi gets cut, but I don't want to bank on that. Like, Miraidon, like, I probably Zard or Guardy becomes like the most played deck for Stuttgart. It wouldn't surprise me if Zard after its strong weekend. Yeah, I'm like, I refuse to play Guardy. Like, if I'm afraid of ties with Lost Box, I'm not going there with Guardy. Like, that's not for me. I'm not like too familiar with the list. But I like Entei Valiant more. I know I saw like Zach's list from LAIC. I don't really remember the counts super well. Like, I'm not like a huge fan of that archetype. Like Jolteon Valiant specifically, I think like you go with Entei or you're kind of trolling. Just since Entei is so much better. Like, Entei is a little additional draw support, which is actually pretty good when you have all the switches and stuff. You get an excuse to play Radzard. And Entei's like good into the matchups where Valiant isn't. Where like Jolteon is like sort of all in. Like, you totally body the evolving decks, but you're like sort of scooping into everything else. So if you just in a perfect world, you hit the Guardies and Pals and Zards, yeah. But at least Entei Valiant's a more balanced deck. Like, my day could be filled with Miraidons, filled with Miraidon, Roaring Moon. I wouldn't just be totally cooked. Like, I could still maybe salvage a couple wins out of that. I like Jolteon VMAX. I played that deck like back in Fusion Strike because I refused to play Mew. But I'm not a huge fan of the Jolteon build of Valiant. Yeah, playing Rapid Check Energy is, but like, I get that's cool. But is it attacking with Smash Uppercut more like better than attach retreating, like having that extra retreat option. And like Smash Uppercut is cool into Miraidon. Like it's a relevant option. It's even kind of cool into Blocklex. Palkia Valiant. I don't know about that. Okay. The thing that I can't digest about this list, I'm just straight up losing to Tina and Miraidon, like without even like just hard dissecting things here. Like I can just tell that. And the Zard and Guardy matchups seem rough. Like you don't have Yoga Loop. So you're like not just running evolving decks off the table. So I think like if I'm playing Valiant, I want to be like hardcore into the Valiant strat. Like I want to just totally destroy your setup. Yeah, they instantly scooped. It was hilarious. I don't really like Palkia right now. Like even the list from Gdansk, but I would totally play this over. I would totally like. Okay, that's. I'm gonna throw the sample size card out here, Moon Kitty. Like I would say overall, you play 100 games of Tina versus Palkia Valiant, and I'd be surprised if Palkia Valiant 140. I think if you want with Palkia, I would probably go in this direction. I don't know about Suicune really. Switcher's Cologne is like I guess an attempt to beat Guardy. Like I'm also 2 and okay. Oop, carrying her up. Hold. I'm also 413. Give me a break. Bro. Why? Number 3. How many teams are there? 3? There's literally only 2 of them. Alright. Judge path time. Or just judge time, really. My judges have been kind of lies today, so hopefully that changes. Yeah, it's literally the Tina tournament. I should have just brought back Colorless Lugia for this. Alright, let's get it. Oof. Here we go. Bruh. Sweet Greninja is such an underwhelming attacker. Like, it's... I just, like, never want to be announcing Blizzard Rondo. That just seems so bad. I guess, like, it gives you, like, a turn 1 going second option at swinging. Cloudy with a high chance of Tina? No joke. Alright, let's just do it again. Round 3 fight against Tina. Let's go. I mean, I did say at the start of the stream, Tina seemed well positioned with Zard and Lex performing well at Gdansk. But I didn't mean it like this. I didn't want it to be well positioned against me. Like the night that I play a deck that has a tough Tina matchup. Like I've been playing Lost Box for like weeks. And then like I body Tina and then now I play. Oh no. You're supposed to be Arceus. I don't want you yet. Mulligans, please. Dang it. Really isn't it like I thought about playing like a Mew EX in this list so we could like Mew EX Poppy to deal with Lost Tina maybe, like have an extra one-hit option. Oof, this is gonna be I think I do this so just DTE is an early attacking option. By this, I would really much rather this be an Arceus. I have 12 outs to arc going first. Didn't hit any of them. Tragic. And my opponent's... That was an insane chorus. Yeah. 3 VIP passes. Oh, why can't I draw like this? How is this fair? This is what every player dreams of. Yeah, I'm drawing, so I don't even need VIP pass. Imagine the privilege. They just saw all 4 VIP passes going first. Must be nice. Must be nice, bro. Come on. Like, I heard of Manaphy. Maybe Poppy Ninja could be an option. And the path. Sure, just go ahead. I'm not happy over here. Thank you, deck. I'm gonna play Iono because I need more cards. Like, Judge would be nice if my board was more established. Wow. Okay, well, I get down the Radiant Greninja, we use Lost Vacuum, we draw a couple cards, and maybe something happens. I'm really not liking our chances here. Yeah, this looks horrible. I'm in top deck mode. Well, I don't think we're. Yeah, they get the C6 cards. It's unlikely that they just draw an absolute brick off of that. But they're continuing moving along here. Even if they like, don't knock me out this turn, I'm gonna need a pretty good top deck. Find a Tina VSTAR. They didn't just play Colress though, so that's cool. If I could top deck like an Arceus VSTAR, life would be okay. We could. I don't know if there's a whole lot of salvaging this. Let's go. This is the Arc Pile experience. Hey, they're getting rid of all their 3 grass that. No, rude. Hey, that's so mean. You're not supposed to be able to do that. That makes me very sad. I just put all my supporters to the bottom with Iono, so I know I shuffled the deck. Alright, come on, just give me research off the top. Please, deck, I don't ask for much. Thanks for nothing. Alright, they don't have anything. This is fine. Watch, they're gonna play Colress, they're gonna play Gate. Okay, no, back into the Comfy, but still, they have Gate, I guess, Scoop. I guess they would need to get their Grass Energies back into the deck. They would need a Super Rod. There goes a Rope. Mirage Gate. They don't have any grasses left, so... Wait. They're playing an illegal list. Okay. Wait, no, hold up. This is the wrong round. I'm looking at the wrong round. Yeah, they have 4 grass. Never mind. I was looking at the round 3 list still. Shoot. Now I'm playing 2 Jets. But 4/4 grass water, or 4/4 grass psychic. Okay, I guess we're not hooked yet. Top deck Iono? Okay. Yeah, Moon is pretty bad. They don't have grass energies. Stop. Why don't they do? I'm retarded. Okay, congrats. Finally a Tina that doesn't draw hot, but it doesn't matter because I draw horrible. I got all excited. I was like, oh, are we gonna go win this one? Because I don't have a legal list, but no. Okay. Well, that was horrible. Oh, I was hoping. Okay, well, that's the last bad matchup here. We faced 4 in 4 rounds. I deserve a good matchup, please. I was talking about how this matchup spread seemed pretty neutral, and then it's just like, nope, you face all Tinas today. Oh yeah, we can't take 1 loss. It just feels awful. Like, I'd like to at least be able to play the game. You're not supposed to path me before I've Starburst. Like, that shouldn't be legal. So what else is, what is at 4-0? I would have taken him a Rhydon. I mean, that's not an amazing matchup, but it would have been a lot more playable. I would have taken Guardy. I don't understand what I did to deserve this. I faced three Tinas and an Urshifu Valiant. 4 very unfavored matchups. Mewtwo V Union and Evolution. I was thinking about Arc V Union. Or just V Union in general, but there's like just so much that one-shots it right now. Like you have to power it up all in one turn, but even then you can't go like Psy-Splosion and then devolve. Because it's gonna get one hit. Like Tina one hits it, Moon one hits it, Zard one hits it, Chien-Pao one hits it, Miraidon one hits it, like really just like Valiant. And maybe Lost Box, but they're playing Moon and Lost Box, like you're cooked anyway, so like back in its prime, yeah, Mewtwo V Union was it. Back when Palkia and Arc were the decks that beats. Times were never so good. People played Crobat, VMAX, and Arc, and you could hit the Muse, and you could hit the Mewtwo V Unions. Oh, but then they went Miltank in that matchup. Yeah. Mewtwo V Union was an awesome deck. I love that deck. I like the last control deck that I played, but even that one like isn't like the same as like a typical control deck because it can go like offensive. Like it won some matches by just going like Roxanne Horn, Mewtwo V Union. Yo, can I get the Drago next round? Oh well, we'll get the next one. What do we look at here? Is there? I really wish that they'd have more of the list from Gdansk, but I doubt Limitless is gonna have them up because like Robin literally is in Poland, so I don't think it's probably gonna get updated. And PCG Legends hasn't updated in a minute. Really, since this afternoon, like some more of the list I know have been posted. Tragic. So we have like 20 minutes. How many Tinas are there gonna be at 3-1? 2-2 drop, thank you. Moon is not very good either. Okay. Please body them, Valiant. I can't face you, it's fine. I guess I can't face this Tina. And then this one's against Blocklock, so it should win. I did see at the last cup I was at, Blocklock's won its win it in 2-0 over Snorlax. So like if the Tina player doesn't know the matchup, it is definitely losable. It's not just like, oh yeah, I got 4 Jets, I win this one. Yeah, Robin's listed. It's pretty nice. So yeah, probably a Tina at 4, 2 Tinas at 4-0. Can Palkia beat Chien-Pao? Fusion Mew should be beating Valiant. Yeah, there's not even a Drapion or anything to try. This looks like Noah's list. From LAIC, I'd be more than happy to face that. Bro, if I'm gonna get cooked, could I please get like cooked in 25 minutes so I can just go right to the next round? Nah, PJ, that is absolute. What is Lugia? Okay, aside from Urshi, what does Lugia beat? Because it doesn't beat Tina as hard as it used to. Its Guardian matchup got a lot worse with Screamtail existing now. Yeah, a Guardy used to be like close to a 50-50 and now it's unfavored. Charizard's unfavored. Like Tina's losable now, so Lugia beats everything. I guess like Valiant is a good matchup. Miraidon's horrible. You're winning a lot with it. Oh yeah, aren't you this guy? Aren't you Blazy36? I'm pretty sure that's you, right? You definitely are winning with it. But what if the Guardy player goes Scream Tail on back-to-back turns, then just goes Big Guardy? Like, especially that they're like Big Guardy Turo, like, yeah. Single Strike is under the chat. But what's sad is a Stone Journer getting knocked out by Iron Hands, so like you can't even skew the prize trade anymore. I think Single Strike is even worse, personally. I think like the Guardy matchups, yeah, it gets even worse because like then if they just KO your Archeops and then they knock out whatever you put your energies on, you're just not getting a big attacker again that game. The Miranda match is probably better. I mean, it's no way it's above 50%. That's just a small sample size thing. And yeah, you're beating Valiant. Like, that's cool. Beating Valiant's cool. But, like, if I want to beat Valiant, I'll just play Arc. Like, you don't really convincingly beat anything else with Single Strike. Unless I'm, like, absolutely just missing something. Cheren PAL is kind of a fraudulent deck, so I don't know if I should... Well, I don't know what to believe with this thing. Its conversion rate this weekend was just so horrible. I'm very skeptical that Cheren PAL is actually real. How well did Lost Gudra do? Didn't it? I mean, I know there was one that made day 2 at LAIC. Wait, not LAIC. What's it called? Gdansk. I don't really know what Lost Gudra. Okay, Lost Gudra is still beating Zard. But with Counter Catcher, the Zard matchup gets so much sketchier. It's like a lot easier for them to just go like, okay, Counter Catcher, Defiance Bands, Boss, knock out your Gudra. Iron Hand seems pretty horrible to deal with. And like your Tina matchup's always been kind of sketchy. Your Guardian matchup's like probably pretty tough without being able to go Sableye, clean up their board. Yeah, I don't really understand why you play Gudra. As a Gudra fan, I don't know why you'd play the deck. Like, I thought the deck would like be able to exist post Rift, but I don't see it right now. Like, it's cool being a deck that just beats Charizard, but even that, I don't know if like the Charizard deck the Charizard matchup is like what it used to be. It's not to like display any data in that matchup. The Nets busted. You're 0-3, you absolutely get bodied by Gudra. I told you. Alright, 12 matches left. We have a Fusion Mew going up to 4-0. So I'd be down to beat a Valiant. Valiant's one of my better matchups. A Cheren PAL moving up to 4-0. With the bundle, Iron Hands seems good. And then the Palkia, I tried to go down to 3-1. I think I'd be okay into that. Path is kind of good against their deck. Like, if they're having to use Lost, like, Irida for Vacuum, that's fine. Yeah, that very brief window before people just, like, thought of Gudra, those were good times. Yeah, that Gudra debut, that was special. That's like the same tournament series. Absolutely getting bodied in finals by Guardy. Times were never so good. Bro is complaining about playing cringe decks when he literally brought Arc, Umbreon, Duraludon to NAIC. You can't you can't say bringing cringe decks, bro. No, when you brought Arcdura to a major. I think Mew is very good right now. And I know you made day 2. You technically did better than me. We got the same amount of CP. So I'll call it a wash. No. Oh man. Arcdura Umbreon. I'm not sad that we're gone from the phase of where Arcdura being like a major player in standard. I'm like not sad that those days are gone. Oh no, you lost to the Roaring Moon? Oh shoot, you just ran out of juice. Fortunate. Way more than 2 Melonies. I thought you said you were gonna like cook them or cheese them, whatever word you use. I thought you said you had it. What happened? Trying to sell the vendor. Yeah, the vendor's like, we're not touching that trash. Get out of here. Instant respect to those vendors. Oh, bro was even streaming when he destroyed me? Unfortunate. Oh, yeah, now that the drops are on Twitch. Absolutely bodied for being on YouTube. Ah, well, I'm sticking here. I'm like literally not about to just like build up a whole second community when I can just chill here. Like I already got, I already got everyone here that I need. Got switchered? Tragic. I thought you were like the switcher person, and now you're getting switchered. Oh, I thought you would have seen that coming. Being a switcher connoisseur. Tragic. If I play against... Okay. Alright, I'll remember that, Timothy. I was like playing on ladder today, and just like this like a ladder like thing that happens sometimes. Like I'm playing Arc Path. I understand that that's like kind of got a stigma against it, but like when you beat me and you should go out and like just like spam emojis like before taking the final action, like play your hand down and spam like 3 emojis. Like if you think that bothers me, it's like you're a pretty sad person. Like I hope no one in my chat's like that. And like maybe that would have bothered Junior Blitzle, but like I just don't care anymore. And it just like makes you look incredibly cringe. Drop Decidueye Altaria? What? I agree. Like you don't have like toxic people in a tournament. Sometimes people just won't see the game, but like yeah, playing down 5 actions is kind of excessive. I don't know if just like you think like since you beat like I didn't use a single emoji or BM in any sort of way, but they were just like I unit them to 3 and they like sequenced it badly, but they still found like Arvin for the game or whatever. And and then he like just spammed like 3 thumbs down emojis and like a happy face emoji. So like, okay, dude, like I'm really glad you're enjoying yourself. I hope that made you feel better. Yeah, like those people, it's so cringe. It's not. I mean, I guess if that's enjoyable for you, sure. But I don't know. I just don't get it. Yeah, I know. Like most of the people who, yeah, spam the emojis are bad at the game. Like they like are sequencing bad, and they're just like basically get toxic at you for playing. They get mad at you for playing like a toxic deck like Arc Path or like when I used to like just main stall like on PCGO ladder. You get that a lot. Popeyes or Whataburger? Why not both? Yeah, usually the people though who like who have very poor sportsmanship are usually not very good at the game. Oddly enough, 3-1. He's playing Moon. I'll clap him. It's fine. Moon seems like a horrible matchup for me, but Moon's fraudulent, so we're okay. What I don't respect can't hurt me. Which is not true because I've been hurt by Tina today. That's what I'm saying, PJ. Like, the people who are being super toxic towards block lock players, it's just like, you never saw Stall in its prime, like going Stamp, like Surge, Stamp, Mars, Jesse James, Chip. Like, you never saw that. So it's just like, okay. Like, they never banned that, and that was a much more toxic strategy. It's like, if I see you complaining about block locks being toxic, I know that you started playing the game in like the last year. Your hollow Belelva's frames. How is it crazy, Zid? I don't think 2 losses can make it. Like, this is like so close to like the 7 or 8 round cutoff. Like, probably 6-1 is gonna be safe. If you just like want to get more experience with the deck, like, it's probably gonna be better off than just like playing ladder. And there's nothing wrong with being new. It's just kind of funny, like that you can just tell someone's new if they're complaining about block locks. And what's hilarious is like there was like really no check to play. Like, you could put your own Oranguru and beat Pidgey control, but you like really you can't. It wasn't a great tech. But like for Snorlax, if you really hate it and you never want to lose to it, play Minior and just shut up. It's fine. Like, it's okay. Yeah. Like, I'm glad like TPCI doesn't go crazy with bans. Because like most of the time people like want bans and stuff. Like, it's one thing if it's like Trump card or it's like Forest or Archeops or something that's like super toxic for the game and prevents you from really like doing what you want to do, and there's like there's no way to outplay that. Like something like Block Locks, I can play 1 card in my deck and just instantly beat it. Oh yeah, Giraffe. That mirror was so hilarious because it just like because it'd be like, okay, I use Bryson, man. If I mill something bad, I throw it back into the deck. Or no, you use Mars. Use Mars, and if Mars hit like a relevant card, then you use Giraffe. And it was like such a stupid mirror. Yeah, like if you want to think of like last format Block Lax was this good and people were like crying about it, I could get that. If like Counter Catcher was in Obsidian Flames and there's no tech, like decks like Zard and Guard, you would have a really tough time. Okay. But like literally there's a 1 card Snorlax auto win. And also just being decent at the game gives you an inherent advantage against a deck like Block Lax. Yeah, like I'd say like Snorlax is like the first meta. It's certainly the first meta stall deck we've had in a while. Like Mewtwo v Union, but like that was sort of a different style because you could really go aggro and win by taking 6 prizes. Where like remember Magcargo Mill? That was an epic deck. Or just Chinchino control, Pidgey control. Regigigas Hoopa Wall Stall. I mean, just the classic Beached Whales and expanded. Unknown Hand. You guys never remembered Stall just having 35 cards in the hand and just saying, yeah, I win. Times were never so good. The Unknown Hand Stall mirror was hilarious. Oh yeah, Luke Metal. Because just whoever played Steven's Resolve first won. It was the most funny mirror ever. Well, oh yeah, Florges Dolls. Oh, I forgot about that. That deck was hilarious, yeah. Because it would just be like, oh yeah, just flip tails, don't get your doll back. Nope, you just keep hitting heads. Salazzle, yeah. Salazzle hands. I don't want to talk about that deck. For some reason I played that deck to Madison Regionals. I started 3-0. I finished 3-4. You know times are bad when you get a quad like your opponent gets a quad prize penalty and you can't get the dub. It's the only time I've ever had someone get a quad prize penalty against me. The judge told me to call him in the chat room. Bahia. Yeah, that was like kind of it. Like 2 people brought that to Worlds. Hey, nice, King. I hope you get to feeling better. Not nice that you're sick, but nice that you're in chat. Okay. No, we're not losing anymore. No more bad matchups. We're just winning out from here. Good decks, good matchups only. No more misplays. We're good. Steven's the thumbnail? It's Regigigas. And it's very funny Judge Path deck, Poppy Ninja, funny big HP Cheren, like that's kind of the thing here. But it's very bad when you face 3 Tinas in a Valiant Urshi. That's not what I signed up for. And I would not have played this deck if you would have told me that this was my first 4 matchups. But here we are. Somehow we're 3-1 because I'm bad at the game and my opponents just play badly. So I would not like. I know a lot of the lists that like did well this weekend. Like I'm sure if the Block Lax list or like that list was out there, like especially like they were up on Limitless, like you didn't have to go like digging on Twitter to find them. I'm sure like there wouldn't be as much Tina tonight. I don't hate Tina, like how it's positioned right now. I mean, I hate playing Tina, but like just from like an objective overall like strength in the meta, I think Tina's in a pretty reasonable spot right now. I'd probably try to fit some sort of Mew tech into my Tina list. Bro, Lost Box like doesn't really do it anymore. I'm sad, but like Lost Box, I'm pessimistic that I play Lost Box for San Antonio, which hurts my heart to say, because, like, Comfy's my child. But, yeah, it's... I'm not optimistic about his chances in this metagame. Like, I look here in Brisbane with all the Guardy players rose to the top, and they're all playing Jirachi. Like, that's really, really scary. And I don't want to just, like... I don't necessarily agree with playing Jirachi in Gardevoir. I don't know if it's like the strongest tech card to play. But it exists, and I like don't like want to play like a 5-card tech to beat Jirachi when like it's just like dead in the other matchups. It hurts me to say that because like I'm a Lost Box enjoyer through and through. I mained that deck for months and months. No, I don't plan on touching that deck either. Let me pull it up. Oh, they have it up on Limitless? That's dope. No, not that. Like the list that Brennan played. I already despise Sablezard, and I despise even more playing Gate LZV with 8-9 energies and no Greninja. It's just so clunky, and that's just not for me. I really do not like playing Sablezard. Okay, I guess I should say I'm a Greninja Lost Box main. I've tried Sablezard more than once. I've given it like plenty of chances, and it just never works out for me. It's just not. It's not my thing. I guess I haven't tried it since the Roaring Moon stuff came in there. I'm just like, okay, we hit a Charizard. Oh no, they got Jirachi. Wait, I'm not playing LCB. It's fine. Cool. This should be very manageable for me. They're playing Evozard with just the 1 candy. I mean, I always go first anyway, so it's fine. Oop. Actually go on live. What the heck is wrong with me? I'm bad at life. There we go. I'm no longer bad at life. Arceus specifically because Judge Path is good, being tanky is good, not tying is good. So I really just I just don't want to tie. I guess just win 1-0. I'm not like ruling out that I play Lost Box for San Antonio. Like I'm not gonna say like I'm not playing it because it's the deck that I like the most. If I somehow can hook up a list that feels good, feels consistent, gives me a chance against what I expect to face, then that feels fine. I'd run it. The mental part about it, the time factor, like, I'd much rather, I feel like I'd rather lose in 30 minutes than tie in 50. Like, I was really feeling it. I was at my cup, and I basically had like 0 games. Like, I was cutting it close to time like every single time. And I'd just be like, I'd pick myself up, I'd drink out of my water bottle, next round would be up. And it's like such a tolling experience. And I know regionals would be a little more downtime in between rounds. It's not just like right back up and into battle, but I still just am not feeling that. Like, I played Tina at NAIC, miraculously didn't tie. Went 6-3. I probably should have had 1 tie if I wasn't bad and got a DPL. But yeah. Did my opponent choose to go first? I didn't see that. Tina has to be quad path. Maybe. Path is a good card. I mean, I only have the 1 Illustrator Gigas. No, Lost Hands is like of all the issues for Lost Box right now, Hands is an issue. You have to respect it, but I would say it's at the very bottom of like the priority list. Like, I would say Iron Valiant is a bigger issue. Like, I have to play Jirachi in my list of Lost Box to beat Iron Valiant. Like, that, I don't want to do that. Like, I hate playing bad cards. But it might be reality. But I feel fine in the mirror. Like, I feel comfortable that, like, I could just be the better player in mirror and win. But just playing a card just to beat Valiant. I was having a lot of success with this deck on ladder. Like, I played it for a couple hours this afternoon. And I lost more games to my game freezing than I did actually losing Pokemon. Like, it was running very, very well. They're trying to threaten Zard turn 2. I feel like if they're doing this play, they have like Candy Zard in hand. So Judge is just good. I'm hoping I can. I don't mind putting energy down for the Melony. I think I don't want to like miss energy. That would be so bad. We could get Bodgied if we miss or we hit DTE, but it's like wouldn't be horrible. Yikes! I'm gonna do this, and we're gonna pass. What if you're on Crab in your calculus? It means a powerful card would be tough to use well, because you'd like have to portal onto it. But it could be decent, I think. Like, in the right instant. It might be too situational, but it could be okay. Okay, literally just Blazing Destruction. Judge Path is finally not a lie. Okay, round 2. The classic Path Power Edge. What's the control matchup? I drop Spiritomb and spam Judge. And they can't do much about it. Like, okay, if you still manage to set up through all my Judges and my Tube, then you can have it. But I feel like that's pretty unlikely that actually happens. Okay. My opponent doesn't have a lot happening here. Just another pass. I would really, really like... Do I take a turn to 2 Trinity Charge? No, their hand sucks. We're fine. If they just go bounce my Stadium, Charge, RDX, I shake their hand. It's okay. The best way to better my board state is just draw prize cards, right? Prize number 4. Okay, they promoted the Charmeleon. I'm so scared. No, please. No! Don't! That's so rude! No, why? You look... Stop! You're joking. That's dumb. I just don't attack. I should have Trinity Charged, I guess, in hindsight. Watch, I'm gonna top deck Arc VSTAR and I'm gonna cry. Well, this was quite the tournament, I would say. Hey, I don't just cry. I really enjoy not crying. Did they play Luminion? Sure. Let's bench Tomb just for the memes, I guess. I don't know. Can I have Gigas DTE Switch? Is that too much? Yeah, it was too much. All right, we can get the Doof on the board. I can get down an Arc. Like, if you boss my Arc, nah, I don't want to just immediately lose to them. I want to, well, I still kind of immediately lose to them. Okay, go ahead, boss my Arc. I don't care. Why? It's just been one of those tournaments where, like, nothing real. I mean, matchup wise hasn't gone my way. Like, those first 3 rounds were just scuffed. Okay, they're letting Rads. What? Bro! You literally could not have done more with less. This is so frustrating, chat. Alright. Watch, I'm gonna top deck Arc VSTAR. Nope. Okay. I don't know if I don't care. I'll bench the Bidoof. Like, I need more cards. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm extremely tilted. I have to just go find. Ugh. This feels disgusting. I need to go find Arc and just get energy on it so I can at least play the game. And if they have boss again, then that sucks. That really, really sucks. But I can't. Like, they knocked me out. Iono to 1. I hit for 180. We find Path. And we can claw our way back. You're joking! What the heck? That's so stupid. Well, like, if they didn't have either one of those bosses, like, I could have worked my way back there. But they find both of their 2 bosses off of Iono. Off of Iono 3, you find your other boss. Well, that's just how it goes. I don't think I'm probably playing Arceus anymore. I don't know. What am I even doing? Hit me with the GG. Sure. I'm very, very tilted now. Yeah, I know, right? Just literally have Candy Zard, Stadium Bump. Or no, you have Zard, Stadium Bump. Then I go Iono to 4, boss. Iono to 2, boss. Like, I didn't draw anything, so. I mean, I guess hindsight, I Trinity Charge, and then I'm, like, sort of stabilized. I still just drew nothing off the Iono, so, like, I wasn't in a good spot. I mean, it's a part of Pokemon. I can't get too mad about it, but it's just, like, I was hoping for a deep run there after the 3-0 start, but I guess it's just the way she goes sometimes. So, I don't really know what I'm doing. This feels kind of, I don't know, it just feels underpowered. I hate having to rely on Judge Path to win games. Like, as powerful as it is, it sucks having, like, that be your win con sometimes, or, like, you kind of have to rely on that to win. Sort of like the Tina thing. And coming from someone who plays, like, more controlling style decks, like, I don't know. I just hate having to rely on luck. Like, if my, like, it's just sort of out of my hands whether my opponent beats me or not. So yeah, like, to be fair, I hit 4 bad matchups in 5 rounds. And the one good matchup I faced could not have drawn a whole lot better. But oops, that's not the right thing. I don't know. Got time to figure it out. It's not even the damage output of Arceus. Like, it's the... No. I think you beat Lax by going Toon Judge. I don't, like... But in Scrobby doesn't beat it. It means you don't ever lose. You tie. Like, Arc Tina, like, I guess like a V-Guard on Tina, you start filling up their Tinas. I don't know, I just hate playing Arc. It was too good to be true. Like, it was just ladder stuff. Oh wow, I'll figure it out, I guess. I don't really know what I'm doing. And that kind of worries me, because, like, NAIC, I was, like, locked in on, not, like, locked in, but I was, like, working on my Tina list, like, 3 weeks prior. Like, I knew what I was on. Like, I was settled on Tina, like, a week in advance. I had my 60 submitted to RK9 ready to roll. And that's probably not happening here. So I'll have to get in the shop and get cooking. And I just don't know where to go this meta. Like, what I feel like I'm best at, what I enjoy, doesn't really work. And I just hate... I've gone down the road before too many times being like, oh, BDIF, let me play it. And it never ends up well for me. So yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not worried about it. It's just, like, frustrating. Like, we'll get there. It's not where I want to be at this point. Like, I'd much rather be deeper into my, like, I prefer to be out of, like, the theory crafting period by this point. But, like, I feel like I'm still kind of at square one here. It's, like, I don't want to be like, okay, Guardians they're the best decks, I'm gonna play them, when I don't enjoy either one of those decks. It's like, I've said the story a million times about me playing Darkrai Dragon's Garb at Nationals and it not ending well, so I've done that too many times to just be like, yeah, I'm just we'll get there. I'm not worried about it. But I appreciate y'all for hanging out for the little bit that we were live. I guess it was 2 hours. That felt like a fast stream. But I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow or Tuesday, but I'll be streaming one of or both of the late nights. I gotta get into top 4 of the late nights so I can get my ultimate guard package. I'm like 5th right now. I gotta get into the top 4. But yeah, I'm gonna keep working on it, and we'll get there. So I appreciate y'all for hanging out. Join the Discord, linked below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see y'all later.